Alright, we're at 36 Monument. Got the K Trail. That's the K Trail going west to the fire tower. This is the K Trail going east towards Arkansas. We're going this way. I saw online they had some houses. Look like some old homesteads up here. Look like about 5 or 6 miles back. Let's see if we can get through there. It was really hot. What is that? Oh, squirrel. It was really hot in Texas. It's fairly cool up here. I'm going to guess it's in the mid 80s. Spider webs. Pretty rocky. Almost looks like they got some rain up here. I've been this way a little bit, but I haven't gone all the way down. Little trail offshoots everywhere you turn. It's pretty down here. This is in the Quachita National Forest. This is public land, so it's completely fine being down here. We come down here on with Stacy and I on the four-wheeler and the motorcycle, and on a weekend one time went up and saw the fire tower, and man, there was people everywhere. I bet we saw 30 or 40 people out here. Some people in little four-wheel drives, like little Suzuki Samurais, all tripped out, and some just four-wheelers, a few groups of motorcycles. All kind of activity. Looks really isolated, like on a day like today, but on the weekends, not so much. But it's Thursday evening, 6:37. On down here a ways, there's a trail that cuts up to, I think it's 83, and then that takes me into Mena. I'm going to hit that and then head out towards that blue hole in Arkansas and camp out there somewhere. But I wanted to find those houses before the end of today, before it's dark. I've seen them on Google. I got to go see them with my own eyes. I don't know if y'all saw the video, that other one, it was at least 50 years old. You know, and I see that in my mind wondering, what did they do? How did they live out here? What did they do for a living? You know, and I saw these up here on the going east towards Arkansas on Google Maps satellite view. I'm like, could be a modern cabin, I don't know. It's hard to tell. So far, this side's a whole lot easier than the other side going west. Going east is, so far, it's pretty easy. Just basically a dirt road with some rocks in it. I'm loaded down pretty good, not near as heavy as I was last time. So I don't know what we'll see. This may be a long, oh, there's a butterfly, long, boring video. It may not. We might see Bigfoot. You just never know. You never know. We were looking up by that fire tower going west, and there's a land for sale all up in here. In these Cochita Mountains, even in the public use areas, there's land for sale. And it is inexpensive to say the least. I think it was like, we saw one up right next to the fire tower. It's like within 100 feet of the fire tower. It's, what is it? I think it was like 90 acres. And it was $40,000 for 90 acres. And it said on there the taxes per year were like $200. It's like, man. But other than the K-trail shooting through there, you have no access. Absolutely no access. You have no water. You have, unless you dig a well. You have no power unless you run wind and solar, which is fine with me. I got no problem doing that. I can do that. Any 8-year-old can do that. But, you know, do I want to live forever like that? No. Would it be nice to go on a weekend? Sure. But, you know. Anyway, I'm just saying it's really cheap and expensive. It's inexpensive because there's no way to make a living up here unless you got satellite internet and a some kind of web business or internet business or something. I guess you could drop ship stuff. Well, it sure feels good in here. It's nice and cool in the shade. But I don't know. You know, that's not for me right now. But it's a lot of this land is really inexpensive. We got a spot to camp right there. I've got about 4 days of food and supplies for a 3-day trip. According to my GPS, in 9.8 miles, we're going to turn left. So it's going to take me about 2 days to get that far on this road. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. The other side is a real challenge in a few places. A lot of mud bogs, you know, 20, 30 feet long. And KLRs, they got no problem getting through that, but I have these Shinko 705 tires on here, which is a 80/20 on off-road tire. And it's not really mud bog material. KLRs are heavy as they are, much less than being loaded. You know, with all the gear I've got on here. I'm not going through that with these tires. Before I had some 50/50 tires on there, and it was just like driving a paddle boat through there, and there was only one place that even thought about getting stuck, and a twist of the handle just shot me right out of there. So anyway, we're not going too crazy. If I get into any wet mud down here or anything, then I'm going to turn around and just drive it back, because I'm running solo and I don't want to spend half the night dragging this thing out in a mud puddle. So we'll see. That'd be a good campsite there. Looks like somebody has been camping there. You get down the bottom of this hill, I'm going to stop and put my pistol on. We saw bears on the other side. Pretty deep in there, but we did, or a bear. First time I had seen a bear out of the zoo, outside of the zoo. It wasn't very fun. Ha ha ha. I thought it was really cool, actually. As long as you're prepared, it's fine. get down the bottom of this hill, we'll stop. I'm probably a little on the cautious side when I'm running solo, just because it's a long walk home. My dad said, son, the ancient warriors used to get up at sunrise, swim the icy rivers, climb the icy mountains, all before breakfast. What are you griping about? If my dad was alive, he would have a KLR. We'd be doing this together. If he saw a rabbit trail, he would follow it. I guess that's where I got it, but I just love to explore. Okay, right down here in the bottom, we're going to pull over. Right, I don't know if y'all can see, we're on the side of a mountain here. Whoops. I don't like going through this brush. Something could pop out of there.